Morning, everybody. It is day 3 of this crazy adventure that I'm on. I am in São Paulo, Brazil. Now, I'll give you more information on why we're here later. Long story short, my mom was born here and I'm coming back to see where she grew up. The trip down was nothing short of just nutty. The flight was very long. It's international flights. I am very familiar with a lot of domestic flights. I did that for years. This is something new for me. I am super happy to be able to be experiencing a new culture and a new country. If you didn't watch the last video, I highly recommend that you check it out. Just the whole international trip itself was quite an experience. I don't know if it tops my water bottle exploding on me while in mid-flight or not, but we had some just interesting experiences going through customs, trying to get on a bus to the hotel. I'm at the hotel right now. I highly recommend you go and check out last video if you haven't, because there's just a lot of information on, what went on and all that. What is on the list for today? We are taking another flight to a place called Campo Grande, and we are going to a place called the Jungle Lodge. There's some really fun stuff. Now I'll let you fill in the details of what you think might happen, because I'm not 100% sure of what all is going to happen. I kind of know some of the things that we're doing, but that's about it. I'm excited to be able to explore more. We're heading to the area that my mom was born in, and I'll tell you more about her life story later. Let's go ahead and get some breakfast and let's get back to the airport. This is a breakfast spread in Brazil. Honestly, if this is what I have to look forward to at my time here in Brazil, let's do this. We are on our way to Campo Grande, which is in the state of Mato Grosso do Sul. We made it to the airport, checked out some of the local gift shops. The flight itself was a pretty decent flight. It was about an hour and a half long, and my bag that I packed fit. It was mostly cloudy, so we didn't get to see too much of the surrounding area, but the flight was pretty uneventful. After we landed, we got our bags, got onto a private car, and started driving out to the Jungle Lodge. We cannot recommend highly enough to get a private driver while you're in Brazil. They're usually very knowledgeable of the area. They are going to keep you safe, and overall we had a great experience. We also stopped at a churrasco restaurant for lunch, and that food was amazing. You have to try a churrasco restaurant. They usually have them in the United States as well. Totally recommend. You also see a lot of dogs. Now, the drive out to the Jungle Lodge from Campo Grande is about 4 hours, which is quite a long drive, especially in a vehicle. The driver himself was familiar with all the surroundings. That was our first experience of a capybara. As soon as we hit the off-road, that's when it got interesting. This bridge here is for when it's rainy and the water is above the roadway. Let's make it to the Jungle Lodge. We're trying to get there in time so that we could go on this nighttime jungle cruise in the Pantanal. Now we are on the Miranda River going for a nighttime spotlight cruise, looking for animals and other wildlife that come out when it gets dark. And man, it got dark really quickly. The spotlight tour was very interesting, as the guide, whose name is Anaconda. Check out the reviews on TripAdvisor. He's well known there. He has an eagle eye and was able to spot some really amazing creatures. And this is the first big animal we saw, which is a capybara. And that capybara was just chilling. He was looking all over for any signs of animals or fish. We actually had a couple fish that were jumping out of the water as well. Then this was the most amazing sight that we ever saw. That is an actual jaguar. We saw it in the water, and so we went closer up to see. It climbed out of the bank and then just disappeared. We looked more and more for it, but we're not able to find any signs of the jaguar after that. But you can see here the jaguar up close, and man, what an impressive experience. We kept looking a bit more for any other animals, but then we had to return back to the jungle lodge so that we could actually get some dinner. The ride back was actually pretty cool, some pretty cool sights, and just before we got back we saw a group of 7 capybaras. What was funny is the guide mentioned that the capybara with the black nose was the stud, and those were all his ladies. And by the way, the food here was incredible. Make sure to join us next time as we dive more into the Jungle Lodge.